key thing. I mean, that's the million-dollar question for golf course architects, is how do you design a golf course that's going to be playable and accessible for the vast majority of golfers, myself included, who are average at best, and then if the client so desires, how do you manage it so that it can be a challenge for the top golfers in the world? And I think what we tried to implement down in Rio for the Olympic golf course in 2016 was getting a golf course that was wide and playable, and what we try to focus on is the emphasis between the level of precision required to play a golf course versus the level of precision required to score on a golf course. So through the setup, all proper golf course architecture is based on setup. If the architect provides enough variety and enough options and ways for the golf course to be set up for everyday play, then within those confines, the proprietor of the golf course or the golf course superintendent or the professional, whoever's setting up the golf course, has the ability to make it play as easy as they want on any given day or as difficult. And so if we can provide that sort of flexibility and variety in the design, then that makes it accessible to the broad spectrum of golfers. A lot of people think that really the way you set up a golf course to make it more playable is just within the tee structure and just moving people forward. But the reality is even if you move people forward, their landing zone is in the same general area. So if we put, the professional golfer who's hitting it now in the landing zones at 150 yards, and then the forward tee golfer is hitting it in their landing zones at 150 yards, well, the touring professional is hitting a wedge, and the average golfer could be hitting as much as a 6 or 5 iron. And so you're not really equating things. So you need to set the tees up in a situation where they're further forward, where their landing area, so you're approximating a similar type of shot into the golf hole. So when you stir all of that up into a pot and you make a golf course, one of the things we believe is the golf course should be wide. It needs to be, from that standpoint. And if you can allow players to be successful getting off the tee, finding their ball, and the ability to advance it, even if they can't advance it all the way to the green, at least giving them options and different ways to play that shot, and then that being reflected in the setup, that gives us the opportunity to give the broadest spectrum possible the opportunity to be successful on our courses.